Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Scathing report blames Boris Johnson for British government parties during COVID-19 lockdown. A report into lockdown reaching UK government parties says blame for a culture of rule-breaking in Prime Minister Boris Johnson's office must rest with those at the top. The review, led by senior civil servant Sue Gray and published on Wednesday, said the senior leadership team must bear responsibility for the culture that allowed events to take place that should not have been allowed to happen. Ms. Gray said there had been failures of leadership and judgement in No. 10, Downing Street. The review investigated 16 gatherings that were held in 2020 and 2021 at Mr. Johnson's official residence while the UK was under strict lockdown laws that prevented socialisation with anyone outside the household. Those in the most junior positions attended gatherings at which their seniors were present, or indeed organised, Ms. Gray said. A separate police investigation resulted in 83 people getting hit with fines, including Mr. Johnson, making him the first British Prime Minister ever found to have broken the law while in office. The scandal has led to calls for Mr. Johnson to resign. He rebuffed those calls, apologising but insisting he did not knowingly break the rules. Space to play or pause, M to mute, left and right arrows to seek, up and down arrows for volume. The British media and opposition politicians have found that hard to square with staff members' accounts of bring-your-own-booze parties and regular wine time Fridays in the Prime Minister's Downing Street office at the height of the pandemic. At one leaving event for an official in June 2020, Ms. Gray said there was excessive alcohol consumption, which led to one person being sick and a fight between two others. At another event, held the night before the funeral for Queen Elizabeth's husband Prince Philip in April 2021, individuals partied into the early hours, breaking the child's swing used by Johnson's son in the Downing Street garden. Ms. Gray also condemned a culture of disrespect for staff of Downing Street. I was made aware of multiple examples of a lack of respect and poor treatment of security and cleaning staff. This was unacceptable, Ms. Gray said. Speaking to Parliament after the report was released, Mr. Johnson renewed his apology for attending a daytime gathering on his birthday in June 2020, for which he received a fine, and said he would take full responsibility for the illegal events. My attendance at these moments, brief as it was, has not been found to be outside the rules. But clearly this was not the case for some of those gatherings after I had left and other gatherings when I was not even in the building. He said he was humbled by the report and had learned a lesson, but that it was now time to move on, and focus on the government's priorities. Mr. Johnson had previously stated that no parties were held in Downing Street and no rules were broken, before photographic evidence was unearthed. Space to play or pause, M to mute, left and right arrows to seek, up and down arrows for volume. Critics, some of them inside Mr. Johnson's Conservative Party, say the Prime Minister lied to Parliament, which is traditionally an offence that leads to the head of government's resignation. Ms. Gray's conclusions could revive calls from his Conservative Party for a vote of no confidence in the leader who led it to a big parliamentary majority just over 2 years ago. Under party rules, such a vote is triggered if 15% of party politicians, currently 54 people, write letters calling for one. If Mr. Johnson lost such a vote, he would be replaced as Conservative leader and Prime Minister. It is unclear how many letters have been submitted so far. AP/Reuters posted 4 hours ago, updated 2 hours ago.